Anytime I need to see your face, I just close my eyes, and I am taken to a place where your crystal mind, a magenta feeling, take a shelter in the base of my spine, straight like a chicken cherry cola. I don't need to try to explain, I just hold on tight. Welcome to Metro Station, the most borderline homosexual podcast.
But there's literally a band called Metro Station that we could have used.
I know. We could use that in the next episode.
Oh, sorry.
You spoiled the what we could have done next. We're the most guys. You remember Metrosexual? Remember that was
you remember
a thing?
That was a
that's literally not a thing anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like literally, the term metrosexual doesn't exist anymore.
It just fell off the fucking charts, man.
I guess the concept is dated or something. Like, being a straight guy that appreciates gay things isn't a thing anymore.
Or is it just, like, not stigmatized anymore?
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just normal to
I think it's just kind of more normal now. Like, because...
I don't know. Because it was definitely, like, it was a term and a fad and, like, a metro. Like, there were guys who were like, I'm metro.
But it was also, like, really shit on, you know?
Yeah.
There are people who were like, oh, he's kind of metro, but they would say it in, like, a derogatory way. And nowadays it's like, I know guys who, like, will go and, like, get a manicure, like, not with color or anything, but, like, they'll go get a manicure and they'll be like, yeah, I do that, whatever. And it's, like, no big deal. No one gives two shits.
Yeah.
I think because gay culture has been so accepted, now no one cares,
yeah,
you know?
because now it's like, oh, who gives
It's like,
a shit?
oh, yeah, you get a pedicure, you do A, B, and C,
Whoa.
who cares?
That's
yeah,
a
the
cool
moon looks dope.
vision there. You got this
What a
flying
terrible
guy,
night
you
to
got
have a
shrine.
curse.
Hope makes
Exactly.
references to games.
I've never played Castlevania.
Me either.
Wow, are you even a real gamer, girl?
I was never into Castlevania.
I read about it in Nintendo Power.
Yeah.
And that's about all.
I watched other people play it. I watched reviews and stuff.
Speaking of Castlevania, it's Spooktober.
It is.
It's almost the end of Spooktober, actually.
It's Schlocktober. We've been watching some schlock. We've been watching some. Oh, I forgot we watched a bunch of horror movies that we can talk about.
Yeah.
I keep thinking that, like, oh god, we've literally done absolutely nothing in the last 2 months.
But we haven't quite done literally nothing.
Yes, I'm sure we've done plenty of things that I just literally I'm fucking retarded. I can't remember what happened.
This is why Hope keeps a list.
Yes, Hope's the ever expanding list.
My ever expanding dong.
Yeah.
But yes, we've been watching a number of horror movies. And initially, what happened was we got about 15 days into October, and both of us had been so busy that we really hadn't been in the spirit at all. And normally I'm very in the spirit.
Yeah, Hope
normally,
is much about it.
I love October. I love Halloween, because I'm a girl, and that's what girls do. But we hadn't watched any spooky movies, and, you know, I hadn't put up any decorations, hadn't done anything, so I was like, well, shit. So I finally got my fucking shit together, and we started watching...
Well, really, we went to Hallowscream, which I'm sure we talked about on this before, which is the big spook fest.
Last year we had the best Hallowscream story. Nothing will ever top that.
Oh yeah, that's where I yelled at that kid.
That's
yeah,
where you
so
rage
you
punched
guys,
a 12-year-old.
You remember Hallowscream last year, where I the legendary rant about the 12-year-old wanting to punch him in the face.
We were not assaulted by 12-year-olds this year.
Yeah, so this year we did it, and it just kind of sucked. Like, it wasn't really fun.
It was pretty lame.
They, like, changed all the attractions to make it seem like they made new things, but they really just rearranged all the old things and called them new, and they really sucked.
Just recycled things from previous attractions, basically.
Yeah. And it was just kind of fucking stupid and lazy, and it was just like, this all really sucks. So we didn't have that much fun, but that was what made us kind of realize, like, what's going on? Like, October's passing us by, and we're not getting in the spirit, you know? Like, that was... Hallowscream was the thing, and it wasn't cool, so, like, what do we do now?
What do?
Like, that's our fucking October fun.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, we really, you know, we gotta kick in the high gear. We gotta go fucking start watching the movies and shit, because that was not a satisfying October experience.
It certainly was not.
Yeah.
It was not at all. So we finally got our butts in gear, started watching some spooky movies. We went to a pumpkin patch, and we got some pumpkins.
Yeah, because I heard fucking Connor and May went to Pumpkin Patch, and I was like, I want to go to Pumpkin Patch. Their Boston Pumpkin Patch sounded funner than our shit-ass fucking Chesapeake, Virginia Pumpkin Patch, but it was alright.
There's literally only one pumpkin patch even close to us where you
that's
can
like
get them
pumpkin
off
patch.
the vine, and they aren't just laid out on 10,000 pallets. Because that's not really a pumpkin patch. That's just a bunch of pallets with pumpkins
it's
on
like,
them.
here you go, asshole. Here's some pumpkins. It's like, that's not fucking fun. I don't want to. I want to pick the fucking pumpkins from in the fucking field. I want to go search for it.
The problem with this place was that there was 1 billion children.
Yes. Literally.
So many children.
1 billion children.
There was literally 1 billion children there. I counted.
And then there's fucking dudes on RVs going around. I made a little video, but then it's I felt uncomfortable with the camera because there were all these dudes on RVs. We got some pumpkin donuts. That's nice.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And
we spent the day carving pumpkins.
Yeah, we made a Gretzko pumpkin.
Yeah.
Hope's is the cute Gretzko, and mine is the angry Gretzko.
They're great. Yeah. They're out on the porch.
It was a fun time.
But so this year we've watched both Pumpkinhead movies.
Yeah.
Pumpkinhead 2 is fantastic if anyone wants to watch a legitimately incompetent
If you
movie.
want to watch probably the worst movie ever put on the screen.
It's delightfully incompetent, I would say.
Yes.
That's how I would describe it.
Modern, try-hard, incompetent movies can't hold shit on Pumpkinhead 2.
It
you
has
can't
that
fake
purity.
it. You can't fucking fake how bad that is.
I love it. The first Pumpkinhead drags in some parts, though it's
cool.
far more competent and has more of a message.
Yeah.
But in parts it does feel a little... I think it drags.
The first half of the movie is kind of cool, because it's really different for a horror movie. Because it's
You just liked that there was a child farm.
Well, and also that it's this weird... first of all, there's a bunch of characters.
There is.
There's sort of an A and B plot going on, where it's about the dad getting revenge because these stupid kids murdered this dude's son
with their ATV.
Yeah, so the guy does a voodoo ritual to summon Pumpkinhead to get revenge on the kids, and the teenagers have their plot of one of the guys is fucking evil as shit, and he doesn't want to get busted.
He can't go back to jail.
Yeah, for killing the kid because he can't go to jail. And so he's trapping the other ones in the house and threatening to kill them and shit. And it's there's at least a bunch of shit going on. And then the fucking dad, as he wants his revenge, he has to go to this fucking weird child farm where there's just all these child slaves. And he's
I don't
what
think
the
they
fuck
were
is
slaves.
This? Yeah, but they may as well have been.
I mean, yes.
But it was weird.
They were familial slaves.
Yeah. It was really weird, specific shit to have in this movie. Where it's just you don't get those kinds of details in other movies, like Pumpkinhead 2,
Yeah.
There's not just weird shit going on that's not really explained or explored. It's just it
just happens.
It makes that area feel alive, It's this is this weird town full of bumpkins that have their weird customs.
And you're I believe this is happening in the backwoods of West Virginia somewhere.
it creates an atmosphere, of this is a strange fucking place.
Got him. Damn.
It was more interesting than a bunch of kids go to the woods and get terrorized by a monster,
Right. Which is essentially what Pumpkinhead 2 is.
Yes, because Pumpkinhead 2 took that element of the first one. It removed anything interesting and the revenge stuff, and it's just about a bunch of kids getting terrorized. There's kind of a subplot of revenge of the people who killed the original guy who became Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It's pretty goofy.
It's fucking awful. This is an awful fucking movie. One of those where you can tell that whoever the fuck made it did not understand the original at all.
Yeah, they definitely missed the point.
Did not give a shit. Just a fucking cash grab.
Yeah.
Just we own this IP and we're gonna make a sequel because we need
to.
Alright.
Let's
fucking kill some boys.
Species. Which was pretty cool, I would say, up until the very last scene.
Yeah, well,
and then they decided to use CG.
Description. Nobody knows what the fuck that is.
Oh, people know what Species
Nobody
is.
knows what the fuck Species is.
That's not true. I knew what Species was even before I had watched it.
Well, you're a horror movie buff.
Well, the thing was, and this is another thing. I think...
And a practical effects buff,
Yeah, but...
You're into that kind of shit.
But it's interesting because I had never watched any of the Species movies because I knew that there was... Like, growing up, I never watched them because I knew that they were, like... They had sexual content in them, so I never watched them.
True.
So now going back, I'm like, oh yeah, now I can watch this and enjoy this because, like, I don't have a mental block against it.
Yes.
But it's pretty fun. It's, I guess it's kind of almost like Splice.
Fuck.
In the,
kind of.
In the idea
Probably
that,
better than Splice in the idea that it's a fun movie and there's a lot going on.
Is it better than Splice, though? I don't know.
I thought you hated Splice.
I'd have to rewatch Splice. And,
I remember you hating Splice just because it was sexual.
I mean, that's probably valid.
Basically, because at the end, the guy fucks the monster.
They both fuck the monster.
Yeah, the monster rapes the girl.
Well, yeah, the monster rapes the girl.
They don't both fuck the monster. The monster, the guy is seduced by the monster and fucks her, and then the monster turns into a male and fucking rapes his wife.
Yeah, that's
and,
true.
yeah, no shit, Hope in high school didn't like that movie. I remember thinking it was cool. It was okay. But then, like, not memorable, really, over a long period of time.
Well, nothing is memorable to you over a long period of time.
Yeah. But then I feel like, what's it called? What's the movie we're talking about?
Species?
Species, yeah. It's fun.
It's
like,
fun.
because it's not presented as a horror movie. It's presented as, like, Men in Black, where it's, like, kind of a goofy adventure movie. Yeah, it's like a sci-fi adventure film.
Yeah, action adventure movie.
Yeah, and it's got, like, a weird fish out of water plot line, and it's like this was clearly meant to be a fun sort of blockbuster movie, and not just, like, a horror movie. Like, it's not a horror genre movie. It's a sci-fi movie.
The basic premise is that, like, these aliens come to Earth and they give like, the government or scientists, like, their alien DNA. And so, of course, the government is like, oh, you know what's a good idea? Combining that with human DNA.
Well, it's because first they gave us a formula for the perfect oil.
Oh,
like the perfect sustainable resource. And so they decided that the aliens were nice and had our best interests in mind. So when they gave them the DNA, they were like, all right, let's put this into children immediately and raise
so they
them.
went ahead and just put that into human babies. And then, like, they terminated all of them but, like, one. And so she grows at, like, an exponential rate. Oh, yeah, and they chose to put it in female babies because women are more docile and easily controlled. And so many... There's, like, multiple times this is used, and then a guy is like, have you ever met a woman?
Exactly. He's like, docile and easy to control, you dumb fuck.
Fucking bitches, am I right?
It's like, it's funny because it's like poking fun at a misogyny thing where it's like, oh, what a dumbass misogynist. But then, like, the way it's responded to is in the most misogynist way possible. Where it's like,
the
bad guy thinks women are docile.
Bitches be crazy.
But then you follow it up with the other extreme.
But yes, so she grows at, like, an exponential rate. And, you have the whole, like, she becomes this sexy adult lady, and you got the fish out of water. Like, she's learning about human fashion and relationships, and she learns about sex, and she's like, oh, well, I gotta fuck.
She wants to fuck real bad. It's her natural desire to procreate.
So, yeah.
Because that's inherent in all women.
Of course. So she goes through a couple different guys. There's, like, a shithead guy who picks her up at a bar and tries to rape her, and she murders him because she's like, yeah, you don't seem like good breeding material. And he's like, nah, it's too late, you're already here. And she's like, okay, well, then I'll just fucking murder you.
I wonder if Jordan Peterson directed this film.
Yes, there we go. Directed by Jordan Peterson.
Yes.
Second guy she runs into is actually a nice guy, TM. And he takes her, like, she gets injured somehow, and he takes her to the hospital, and he pays her hospital bill because she doesn't have insurance. And then he takes her back to his house, and she's immediately, like, trying to fuck this guy, and he's like, this is moving a little fast for me.
Like,
she's like,
I don't want to fuck.
Oh, you don't want to fuck? Then I'll kill you. So she kills him.
Yes.
And then finally she ends up tricking one of the fucking scientists on the team that's supposed to be hunting her down. Because she literally just dyed her hair brown.
And then she walks into this dude's room.
And that makes her a completely different person.
He walks in the guy's room, takes her clothes off, and starts fucking him. And he's like, oh, well, I've never been fucked before.
Well, golly Jay.
Golly gee. Oh, sex.
And so, of course, she immediately gets pregnant and has the baby in, like, 2 minutes, basically. Yes. And she's, like, just running around in this hotel sewer, just fucking people up.
Yeah.
And her baby is, like, this big, creepy monster.
The thing is, like, the entire appeal of this movie, at least for me, was that it had really fucking cool practical effects and, like, sort of, what's like the Thing-esque stuff, you know,
like the body horror.
Yeah, like body horror shit and like fucked up monsters and stuff. It was like, oh, fucking cool. And then at the end, the girl turns into a fucking, like, she just becomes CGI.
Yes,
like,
they just make her CGI.
It's the same, like, they had a practical costume for what she becomes.
Well,
like, we'd seen it before.
They have a scene where she's, like, crawling on the walls in, like, this lake full of oil that's on fire.
She's doing stuff that you couldn't do with the practical bodysuit, but it's not stuff that was cool or interesting, and the CGI is like that 1995 awful fucking CGI.
It's so bad.
Like, how the fuck did they think this was acceptable? Why did they think people would like this? This is awful. Look at, cool. Ooh.
Look at him. It's a big boy.
Everyone, tab over and appreciate the beautiful visuals of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Fat bird.
This is a place that seems really fucking cool from afar, but then, like, once you get in, it's, like, kind of a really short area, and there's not a ton to do.
Oh.
Because, like, a lot of it is just, like, this windy cavern. It's kind of weird.
I don't know. But, that's Species. Check it out if you like practical effects and, you know, schlocky horror movies. It's a pretty good time. I can't speak for any of the sequels, but, you know.
Yeah, maybe don't with those. I'm sure.
I'm sure they're all
maybe
really
they're all good.
good.
Like our next film, Hellraiser.
Yeah,
we watched Hellraiser 2.
I watched the original Hellraiser last year.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking it was pretty okay.
I thought you didn't like it at all. I remember you saying, it sucked, and I didn't like it.
It didn't suck. It was just okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, because it's been so hyped for like forever. Everyone's always like, oh, Hellraiser, and you're like, okay, and you watch it and it's like, all right, yeah, that's cool, but the second one,
really cool.
The second one's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, the second one is more of an adventure film where they go into fucking the labyrinth world, and there's all this crazy shit going on, even though it's completely ruined by like fucking like. So the cool thing about Hellraiser is that if you've already read Berserk, you can see that Hellraiser was definitely a huge influence on Berserk. Sure.
The Cenobites are the hand.
Yeah.
Like, the God Hand.
Well,
it's
the
literally
God Hand
them.
are the Xenobites.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We're like,
the God Hand is literally the
They are
Cenobites.
literally based on the fucking Cenobites.
They are the same fucking dudes.
And the concept is the same, where, like, as revealed in the second one, where, it's humans, like, they find a worthy human and they turn them into one of them, and he becomes part of the crew. Except,
the crew.
It's fucking ruined in that second movie, because, like, soon after we learned that they are all humans, or at least the characters learned, we learned at the beginning of the movie. But the characters learn they're all humans. And then the new guy comes and just kills them all. And it shows their stupid human forms.
You get to see,
and they're just like a bunch of normies.
They're
and you're like, this sucks.
Dudes.
This is fucking gay.
One of them is like literally a 10-year-old child. And you're like, okay.
It just completely ruins all of the mystique.
What did this 10-year-old child do to deserve that?
I guess he opened the box and he was a pervert. You know?
I guess, dude.
I'm also working on the theory that the movie is about sexuality and asexuality.
Yes, Victor had a theory.
Because the whole thing is that, like, the people who open the box are, like, have this desire and basically, like, a fetish, and then they like the torture, basically.
Yeah.
Like, they get tortured and they like it, and it's like they get off on it. And so, like,
that is the shtick.
The main girl keeps going to the world, but they can't get her because she doesn't have any desire. And they're like, "Hey, do you wanna get in this fuck shit? Like, look at all this fucking." And Pinhead's like, I mean, you're saying you don't like this, but you keep ending up here.
You keep coming back here. What's up?
I think you're full of shit. And she's like, no, I'm not about this shit at all.
I'm just looking for my dad, y'all.
She's like, I'm looking for my dad. I'm not about all this fuck shit. And everyone else is giving in to their fucking pathetic human desires to fuck, and she is not. She's better than that. She doesn't want to fuck.
Yeah, she's evolved.
She's a pure lady.
Yeah. There's a really cool practical effects with a person who just literally doesn't have skin. It's just, muscles and blood and shit. That's amazing. That thing is amazing. Like,
this psychologist takes a mental patient, puts him on this bloody mattress, has him slice open his fucking body all over this mattress.
Because he thinks he's covered in maggots, yeah.
Because he thinks he's covered in maggots. He's slicing himself with the straight razor, and it's fucking gruesome.
Whoa.
And then this skinless lady comes out of the mattress and fucking... Like the guy is, like, crawling away from her, and there's, like, 5 minutes of her crawling after this guy, and then she reaches into the back of his head and, like, eats his fucking spinal juice or whatever.
It's so good.
It is just fucking a very cool scene, and the whole time the psychologist guy is just staring, just like,
watching,
what the fuck is this?
But he still makes out with her, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, he fucks. He fucks her hard.
He definitely fucks
and that shit was
the
cool
muscle
as fuck.
lady.
That was a very awesome scene.
It was pretty dope.
Probably the best scene of the movie.
I mean, that scene of her crawling after that guy, the fucking coolest.
It's just like, oh, fucking hell.
And the, like, wet, squishy noises as she's, like, scooting along the floor.
It's just like, it's got what you want out of gore that you don't get most of the time, which is that it makes you fucking squirm.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
it doesn't pull any punches. It's gross. And it's, like, horrifying, but it's not in the same way where, like, in fucking A Quiet Place where she steps on the nail.
Yeah,
and it's just like, that's gross, but, like, not for the right reason.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, it's just like, oh, I don't like that.
The shit where you're watching that guy slice himself up, and they just do such a good job with
and
the effects
like,
of it.
I don't know if you noticed, but like when he's cutting himself, you can see like they bothered to put like fascia, like the layer below their skin. It looks so
like, they
real.
Really
it's so
details.
Good.
And it just looks real, and you're like, oh
it's
god,
so
fuck, and it just goes
so
and goes
accurate.
and goes, and they just show you. It doesn't cut away. It just shows you this guy cutting himself,
slicing himself up. It's so good.
Man,
so fucking good.
I really love how, like, at this part in this game, like, they've created cool ways for you to approach this area from different directions, Yeah. Thus, like, destroying my theory about the proper way to play the game, because I walked in there and it was like, well, the way I came, I haven't gone to the tower yet and unlocked the region, so it feels like this is the end of your journey, And then I went up through this cave and it's like, oh, well, this is clearly another really well-crafted path to get to that area, because it went through a hole in the mountain and then it revealed that area,
Yeah.
But the way I went also had kind of a reveal, so it's like they anticipated revealing this area to you in a cool way from both ways.
Yeah.
This game
it's
is
almost
amazing.
like the game was designed or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Makes me want to break sequence. Maybe let's go to the south. Fuck it. Fuck my theory. Well, I guess part of my theory could be that this is the proper way to go, which is from the south. That's what I'm sticking with. We're going to go to the south. We're going to go to the Gerudos first, and then we're going up to the Sky Place, because the Sky Place is like the lamest dungeon, so you might as well do it last.
Yeah, save the worst for last.
Yeah, save the worst for last.
Exactly. I also went to see the new Halloween movie in theaters, because my friend is into it.
Isn't it the greatest movie ever? Isn't it the best Halloween movie?
I am not a particular fan of Halloween, in case you guys couldn't have guessed that. Just not really up my alley.
Yeah.
Michael Myers is not particularly scary to me.
He sucks.
There's no particular draw in the practical effects, so yeah. It's a competent movie. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Halloween 2018 is competent, and you can quote me on that.
Wow.
That's my high praise.
Will you stand by your comment that Halloween 2018 is competent?
Yes.
Did the half and the bad guys like it?
They said it was competent, basically.
I see.
Like,
because fucking Nick Spears sucked its dick
Mike
hard.
especially was like, it's fine,
Yeah.
It's a movie that does not fail at being a movie. I mean, I love some of the things that Nick Spheres does are really cool, and then some of the stuff she does, you're like, okay, who cares?
Yeah.
I love her, but God, sometimes I'm just like, dude, no one cares. Sorry.
Give her a drop. What's that channel?
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever talked about it on here. There is a YouTube channel called Nick Spheres, and she has some really cool horror analysis. Some of it is a little much, some of it I'm not that into, but she has a really good analysis on Hereditary and about
legendary.
how it's about trans people.
It will woke you to that movie and you go like, I can't
really
unsee.
good.
I can't
it's
fucking
really,
unsee
really
now.
And you don't hate me for saying this, but she has really good analysis on Boo! A Medea Halloween.
Nice.
It's like an hour-long video about the fucking Medea movies and like what they mean and what Tyler Perry is communicating with them. And it's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. So if you want any insight into the madman that is Tyler Perry, I recommend that video.
God. Oh, damn, I fucked him up.
Oh, shit. Jesus.
Whooped that ninja's ass.
Yeah, you just wrecked her. God.
I beat a ninja's ass.
Well,
I
Victor,
beat a ninja's ass.
there's one more scary movie we've seen that we haven't talked about yet.
Is there?
Yeah.
What is that?
I'm pretty sure last night...
Oh, it was Mandy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was...
Yes.
It was 2 nights
I don't want
ago,
to talk too much about Mandy.
We
Because
don't
it's
have to.
amazing and everyone should see it.
I just want to complete the list of what we watched.
Yeah,
thus
we watched
far.
Mandy.
So we went
Everyone fucking watch Mandy.
We went to the Narrow and we saw Mandy.
Yeah.
Like Victor said, I don't want to spoil too much of the movie. I mean, if you guys watch Half in the Bag, you know that they recommended this in their first half of the year review. But I guess what we can say is that it is the best thing Nicolas Cage has ever done.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt.
For sure.
By no stretch of the imagination, it is his best movie.
Yes.
He will never top it.
It is the best Nicolas Cage film. Faux show.
Yes.
I would say anyone who's really into movies. Like, I think it really appeals to people who are into movies.
Yeah.
If you're not into movies, it's probably not your thing.
Yeah.
I'll just go on a limb and say, you know,
I agree.
Like it's a movie for movie fans. Even fucking Nerd Writer's video on it where he talks about the film grain and like how film grain invokes nostalgia and all this shit. And then he just goes like, "This is definitely a movie for fucking nerds like me." You know,
he says that
it's a movie for movie dorks, basically. I think he does say fucking at some point in the movie.
Getting spicy.
It was like, oh man, he really gives a shit about film grain.
All right.
But it's like, this is mostly a movie by a film dork for film dorks. And it's like the pinnacle of what every fucking shit-ass indie director wishes they could do. Which is another topic I'll get into on probably the next one, because this is probably over now,
Probably.
right?
I mean,
How
it's
deep are we?
probably a good few minutes in. It's a movie for people who love movies, and it's a movie for people who love Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
I forgot to time this.
Oh, okay.
So...
Well, I'll get to this spot and I'll check the thing.
But it has probably been about half an hour, if I had to guess.
30 minutes. There's a horse stable here. I don't remember this.
Nay,
stable.
Motherfucker.
Nay, motherfucker. Bitch, motherfucking bitch, motherfucking bitch, motherfucking bitch, bitch, motherfucker. Motherfucking bitch. Motherfucking bitch.
But it was pretty exciting because one of the movie, when we went to see it, it had to be stopped in the middle of the opening credits because a guy in the theater had a heart attack and had to be taken away by ambulance.
At first, I was thinking it was going to be hilarious because it seemed like I was like, oh, it's just some fucking drunk asshole in the back of the theater.
And then you're like,
passed out. And then
this
like,
guy's
oh, no.
not drunk. This guy has there's actually a medical problem happening here.
This guy is dying. It's not fun.
Yeah.
But they got the movie started again nice and quick.
Yeah, it was all good.
Just some old man dying while we're trying to
Just a
watch
dying
Mandy.
old man.
Perfect movie to die during.
Mandy. It's the perfect movie
Just
to die
before.
during.
I guess I would rather see the movie first and then die, though.
I mean, ideally.
Yeah.
I would say so.
The guy didn't even get to see the movie.
You want to pause here?
He was fucking, you know, he was left over watching like Crazy Naked Asians or whatever the fuck was on before. What's the movie got something about Asians?
Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Just Asians.
Yeah, this guy died watching fucking Crazy Rich Asians. Way to go. What a fucking accomplishment.
Oh.
Happy for you, bro.
Sorry, bro.
Anyways, that's it for this episode of Vic and Hope.
Whoa.
We talked about some things.
We did stuff.
Yeah.